हेलो फ्रेंड्स, गुड मॉर्निंग एंड वेलकम बैक। आज से शुरू हो रहा है हमारा जो कोलकाता एग्जीबिशन का टूर कहूँ या आपको ब्लॉग में मिलेगा इस तरह से देखने के लिए। तो मेरे डॉटर्स जो है रेडी हो चुके हैं कलरम के साथ, ठीक है। ओके, तो गाड़ी में पूरा पेंटिंग, सभी का पेंटिंग एकदम पैकअप है, बड़ी मुश्किल से बैठेंगे। तो फुल पैकअप तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं, गाड़ी घुमाते हैं। ये मेरे विलेज का एरिया है, यहाँ से मुझे निकलना है हौले हौले। चले फिर, ओके। मैडम सब पैकिंग করে নিয়ে চলে রেখে যাও। অত লম্বা লম্বা ফুলে আমাদের এখানে সাজাতে হবে, ঠিক আছে। আমাদের কি আছে মার্কেট কি পাঠিয়েছে, মাটিটা বাইরে আছে। इवेंट को काफ़ी अच्छा खूबसूरत बना रहे, तो उसके लिए मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा चिरंजीत भाई को। प्लीज़ चिरंजीत भाई प्लीज़ यहाँ पे आए थोड़ा, और एक छोटा सा गिफ्ट हमारे वास्ते। ये काफ़ी अच्छा कलाकार है हमारे, और हमें काफ़ी नाज है कि हमारे यंग आर्टिस्ट के ऊपर जो हमें ऑल इंडिया में मिलते हैं। यहाँ पे और भी है अनुपम पाठक को बुलाना चाहूँगा, सौरभ सिंह प्लीज़ कम यार।
सौरभ से अनुपम पाठक।
मैं दे देता हूँ।
थैंक यू सो मच।
प्लीज कम।
सौरभ
जितना यंग है उतना अच्छा काम है। इनके पोर्ट्रेट, सॉफ्ट पेस्टल, एक्रिलिक ऑयल, मतलब काफ़ी अच्छा है। मतलब हमें आने वाले समय पे एक अच्छा आर्टिस्ट मिलने वाले हैं, और हमें बिल्कुल हम ये दुआ करते हैं कि आप बहुत बड़े लेवल पे जाएं, और इसी तरह जिस तरह से काम कर रहे हो उसी तरह से करें। और फ्रेंड है, भाई है, तो मैं छोटा सा गिफ्ट देके मैं आपको
This is a small memento for a very eminent artist. I would like to come and just we will do the felicitation for him as well. Chorus sir.
साउथ कुमार साहब जो है मेरा बचपन से लेकर के आज तक मेरा टीचर है। मैं जो भी काम सीख पाया सर के सामने से ही है, मैंने सीखा है, और मैं बहुत आभार हूँ। सर भी आए हैं यहाँ पे, और सर का पेंटिंग भी यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले है जो कि राधा कृष्णा, और काफ़ी अच्छा आर्टिस्ट है। और थैंक यू सर, प्लीज आइए। इस तरह से जैसे कि मिली सर, विजय बिस्वाल सर, थैंक यू।
To Hazra, our sir, because all his efforts cannot go. Which is right. Please felicitate sir.
Papa.
Sir to just few words to encourage us with his experience.
Sitting, I hit my knee on the door today. So, as it is, it's a damaged knee, so I hope you won't mind. And don't be scared of this paper. I normally speak for very little time, not more than 1 hour. So, no worry at all. You know, I was wondering why I am here. I am not an artist. My artist days were over when I was in class 4. You know, I was given a home task by the teacher to draw a very simple thing, a green coconut, dark, and submit it next day. So I tried my best, but it came out nothing like a dove, nothing like a coconut. It could be seen as anything, but never a green coconut. So what happened? Next day, when the time came to go to school, I had tremendous stomach pain, tremendous. So I said, I can't go to school if possible, and to make it real, sort of. My father understood. He told my mother, it looks like he has some task which he has not done. But anyway, okay, all right, it will change. So that was the end of my artist career. I have an accusation that sometimes I love seeing painting. That I can't deny. Love seeing painting. But I have been accused that I am standing in front of a particular painting for 15 minutes or so. That is true. It has happened. But what are the specialties I have no idea. I'm not trained. I'm not trained in such thing, and that's why I was wondering why I'm here amongst all these talents and maybe some geniuses. Anyway, I decided that I'll speak a few words on a very common thing which we all say. That is art for art's sake. Is it a myth or is it true? You know, there is a word called autotelism. Autotelism is a word that means that the belief that a work of art, especially work of literature, is an end by itself. It provides its own justification that doesn't exist to serve any moral or didactic purpose. So it was adopted by proponents of the new criticism in 1920s and similar to the art for art's sake doctrine in aestheticism in movement of the 19th century. So this is a term which originated in the 19th century. This phrase is credited to a chap called Victor Gazin, a French philosopher. This concept tells us that art can be made purely for aesthetics. It has no duty, no responsibility to anyone, to society or anything. And when an artwork is created by you, you must give extra value to it. There was an American painter, many of you might know his name, James Whistler, who worked under this premise that art is all for art's sake. His credo and his work became less realistic and more stylized. Musicians and writers did that sort of art. It's not only painting. So they were also in the art movement in the 1900s, where Marcel Duchamp submitted a signed urinal into an annual art exhibit and of course was refused entry. So let's talk about why this is an important philosophy. Artists tend to pursue perfectionism and beat themselves up over not being good enough. So people participate in artistic endeavors for basically one or two reasons: to pursue a career or for I'm talking about all the other arts like that you are here. So is it, as adults, I felt guilty at that time that creating art is purely for the sake of enjoyment as perceived by a person. Nero, of course we can't compare to Nero that Nero was fiddling. Actually history says Nero was never fiddling when Rome was burning. He was doing something else. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But near at home, this, if I tell you, our own Rabindranath Tagore, you know Rabindranath Tagore is something we connected with birth, marriage, death, everything. We cannot go without him. So he has written a poem, it's a big poem, I'll just tell you 2-3 stanzas of it. It goes like this: Shedin borosha ঝড়ে 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 কহিল কবির স্ত্রী রাশিয়া শিবিল করিয়াছে জড় রচিতেছ বসি পুঁথি বড় বড় মাথার উপরে বাড়ি বড় বড় তার খোঁজ রাখো কি? কিছু ছন্দ not very necessary. I come to the last point. অন্ন জোটে না কথা জোটে মেলা নিশিদিন ধরিয়ে কি ছেলে খেলা ভারতীরে ছেড়ি ধরো এইবার লক্ষ্মীর আরাধনা ওগো ফেলে দাও পথিওর লেখনি যা করিতে হয় করব এখনি এত শিখিয়ে আছো এইটুকু শেখনি কিসের আসে করি দুটো. So the key word is kori, and the key word is the eternal elitism versus common people's man. That is Lokki versus Bharati. Will an artist be worshipping only Saraswati or also with an eye to the fact that he must also do so for Lakshmi? This is an eternal struggle, all over the world, eternal struggle. And that is why I took this, that art is for art's sake, or is it a myth? Some say that this is a waste of time, because I am really not that good anyway. A painter says, no artist says, that good anyway. And what's the point if I'm not making money with it? What is the point? So some may even go as far as trying to make money by selling artwork. So by holding the belief it is acceptable to create art for the sole purpose of the artist's enjoyment, to take a step further, allow to create art, that art is not perfect. Actually, Tagore also painted, as you all know, a number of paintings which there are criticisms about it, praise about it, and he said that he said, and then he himself translated it in English, that a strange face, uninvited, hovers before my brush, not before my eyes, but before my brush, and making me wonder whence does it appear. We all wonder sometimes, when an artist has done a good picture, he thinks, how did I do it? Where it came from? Where the inspiration came from? So, the jury is still out, whether art is for art's sake or art is for everyone's sake. There are debates on this. For example, in some countries, their artistic endeavor has become a democratic opportunity. And if not for art's sake, then at least for the artist's sake. So insistence on creating art for art's sake may appear to be aimed at rich connoisseurs, but it originally expressed the frustration of the artist with logo-rich consumer. Actually, the poet prophets like Lord Byron, Adam Mickiewicz, and Victor Hugo, they ambitiously imagine new political communities, contrary to audience belief. Poetry made much happen, briefly at least. But then, the liberation from royal and the ecclesiastical patronage on integration into the market society turned out to be the ambiguous affair. The new technologies of printing and mass journalism did make wealthy men out of at least some novelists. I think the most revolutionary and most angry of the artist rebel was Wagner, who identified the comfortable opera-going Philistines with the I desire to shatter. He said, I desire to shatter the power of the mighty and power of the law. So we see that today things are a little different. Art has mixed with politics. Israel's Ministry of Culture threatens to withhold state funding from the country's artists unless they show loyalty to the state. Liberal-minded artists and thinkers in different countries confront fundamentally antagonistic regimes. So art itself is such, in circumstances, may seem to be prerogative of the socially privileged, although it is possibly not so. So that's what I think. It's not my own thinking, all of it. All that I have read something, I made some opinion. But let us see 3 sentences more. Let us see what the artist, the world-renowned artist, has talked about this. What Van Gogh has said, that I dream my painting, paint my dreams. Wonderful, isn't it? I dream my paintings and paint my dreams. That is the reason of the painting. And then Edgar Degas, he has said that art is not what you see. Art is what you make others see. So it's not important after finishing a picture that you see and you get elated. Do others get elated also? Do they also get a feeling which is beyond this world? But nothing like Picasso. Picasso has always had the last word. He has said that learn the rules like a pro, like a professional. Learn the rules like a professional so that you can break them like an artist. So you have your enjoyment for full because you are licensed by Picasso to break all the rules as an artist. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful work. And now,
Last part of it, so I won't delve into that. I just be, this is my second or third visit to an art exhibition. In our logo, which you have in the Berger corporate logo, is done by an artist, Sombit Sengupta. So the line also is connected to art. Paint your imagination. So artistry is basically, as an artist, as you look at it, you imagine things and then you paint that, right? So our logo is also from that, because in fact he's done 2-3 logos like that. He was an artist, then he went off to Paris and worked there for long years, and then he came back here and started off a sort of a consulting firm in terms of branding, which is a strange thing, and moving away from art to brand. And he developed this, if you see the Wipro logo, applying thought, that's a very artistic, you see that flower, sunflower type of a flower, and that entire logo is created by him actually. So there are a series of them like that. Eat Healthy, Think Better of Britannia is also a creation of Sadwi. So artists, and the way you think, the way you imagine, can be brought into different fields. It's not necessarily that art remains restricted onto, the way we look at it, which is, the beautiful pictures or, things. It's a flow of imagination, and it can be brought into different domains. I've been walking around and seeing, lots of creations today. Some of them extremely interesting, I saw a few which really grabs your attention because of the uniqueness of the pictures, and the way it has been brought out, indicates the skill and the talent that is there available. And West Bengal is known for art talent. Across the country, they value this talent, right? If you go to movie world in Bombay, almost 70% will be from Bengal originally. And everywhere art and culture, and in that form, basically the artists are well respected, very talented, and mostly from Bengal. So it's a good thing that that's being encouraged. People are being able to demonstrate their skills, and a great place for everyone to come, see, and enjoy. All the best to this exhibition. Make this be a very, very successful one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your.
But Obijit has a lot to do with it, mind you. He is the head of a company, everyone knows, Berger, which is nothing but paints. And he must know all about pens, and that's why he must know something about the artist also who uses the pens.
The caution me, it has to be only few words. So, yeah, so, thanks a lot, for inviting me here, Mr. Hazra, Monica. I'm really, really honored to be here on this occasion. I met Alexa for the first time today, but, a couple of things this my memory, and, there's a lot of synergies, my experience also. You mentioned class 4, mine was class 8. Little more serious, it was my biology class, and part of biology, is all the frogs and birds, so I tried in my own way drawing one, and then the teacher called me and said that, what did you try to draw? I said, okay, I'll go around the class. If even one person.
Please come here and collect your certificate and memento. Swati Pandey Chakraborty. Swati Pandey Chakraborty. Swati Pandey Chakraborty. Sana Gokul. Anamika Boran, Anamika Boran. Anamika Boran, please be here. Anamika Boran. Shanti Ranjan Chandan. Shanti Ranjan Chandan. Shanti Ranjan Chandan. Sharotsa, please be here. Nilina Guha, please be here. Tanya Paul Ray, Tanya Paul Ray, Dipandita Paul, Dipandita Paul, Dipandita Paul, Dipandita, please be fast. Maybe she's not here. Arun Sami Sethi, Arun Sami Sethi, Arati Gyan Chandra. Everybody give Chandra. Give a clap. Arati Gyan Chandrani. Anima Mondol. Anima Mondol. Anima Mondol. Victor Bal. Saurabh Shaha, Abhijit Khoshal, Abhijit Khoshal. He is also one of our coordinators. He is working really hard with sir. Rishikesh Ghosh is coming all around from Siliguri, and his passion is really should be mentionable. He come all the way from Siliguri every week to learn art to Calcutta from home. Shormish Thare, Shormish Thare.
Momita Basu. Thank you, Momita ma'am. बहुत शुक्रिया coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We thank all of you from the core of our heart for spending such your spacious time to us and being here for such a long time and already all of us for such a long time. But thank you for your encouraging words as well. It has really enlightened us a lot. I hope in future also we will again get you by our side. Thanks a lot, sir.
Exactly what you said. You said that.
No.